Hey, it's me again. Temporary. Because it's temporary. Hmm. Not too bad on wave intros, I guess, but it could be better. Yeah. So today I'm playing Slither.io. It's really not the whole point. It doesn't matter. It's just background, but yeah, let's go. So I think today I decided I would talk about something different besides just talking. Apparently, that I've always been starting with my entire 2 video streak. Okay, that was embarrassing. Yeah. So I think I'll talk about something different. I think I'll talk about school. Yeah, how the whole education system works. We're expected to go to school from ages, I don't know, a young age. Pretty far along in our life, 8 till we're 18. Thought I'd win. Till we're 18. And then we try to. And then we finish it off, and they say, good for you. You spend the most of your life doing that. Now, go do this for us now. 4 more years, otherwise you're not going to get a good job in life. You'll just have a job. This guy thinks he's going to play me. Take that. So yeah, we try, and we do. Most of us, some drop out, which is fine. I'm not judging. And they drop out, and yeah, there you go. You no longer have to go to school. Good for you. Was it worth it? Sorry, I'm not going to get into that. That's a topic for a different day or a point where it doesn't really matter. So yeah, and then you have to do 4 more years, and then you go, whew, that was most of my life. Now what? Well, now what? Basically what you were supposed to be figuring out this whole time that no one told you. And now that you have to choose it, they go, okay, most of your life you've been preparing for this decision. Now, make the decision. And you go, okay then, I'm ready for this. And then you're not, because it's impossible to be ready for that. You know why? Because they didn't prepare you that. Because all they taught you was mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and Pythagorean theorem. The only real everyday, unless your job involves something like that, useful thing you learn. Good for you. Not how to do taxes, not how to really do anything. Pay a mortgage, do taxes, raise a kid, make a family, be financially independent, any of those things. All they do is give you general education on everything you most likely won't need, which is fine, I guess. You're not gonna try me? Kill each other. Come on. There you go. Ah, he got me too. So yeah, this thing. Now that your grand total of your entire life is led up to this one decision, and you finally make one, there's literally no guarantee you're going to make it that. Zero. There's not one. There's not one bit of proof saying, well, you trained your whole life to become this. Now we're going to make sure you become it. There you go. Now, what they do is go, okay, someone might be hiring, hopefully. Otherwise, you're just going to have to find a different job. But I just spent the last 20 years of my life figuring out that that's what I wanted to do. Well, they're not hiring, so you can't do it. What do you do then? That, therein lies the biggest question 25 to 26-year-olds have, to be honest, unless they've already got it figured out and they're lucky enough to get a job that hires. So yeah, now that they're faced with a decision, and let's say they're not that lucky, alright, what do? Well, it's very simple what you do. You deal with it, which is the literal definition of being an adult as far as I can tell. How do you deal with it? You just deal with it. There's no solution? Nope. That's adulthood. Is it fun? No. Well, too bad. It's there. You have to deal with it, and it's the next 40 years of your life. Oh, It's much harder than you ever made us think it was. Well, I'm so sorry. So, now that we've got the whole education thing set up and you got to try to find yourself a job, let's say you can't, like I was saying before, and you have to deal with it. Well, how do you deal with it? By finding a job that pays less than what you wanted and settling and saying you're going to get something different the rest of your life. This is just a stepping stone, and it never is most of the time. I mean, this is a generalization. This is not everybody. I'm just saying, most cases, you usually settle. You have big plans, and you settle for what's possible, which is not bad necessarily. Just the way it is. You usually have big, grand plans, and you settle for what you ended up with. Just fine. Because, as we were talking from very little kids, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Which, if you do, it doesn't matter, because no one else cares. So then, you deal with the fact that no one cares what you think, and most likely, neither anyone else. Well, that didn't make any sense at all. You deal with the fact that no one cares what you think, and if they don't like you, they don't want to do anything with you. Again, not bad, just how they have to live their life. If they're hiring people, they have to decide whether or not to hire you. And they have a lot of people who want to be hired, usually, because those are the jobs that everyone wants. So, they have lots of choices. And if you're not the choice they want, too bad. And that's what your life really ends up being. Making sure that you're the one they want. It doesn't matter if you're the best experience for it, which is necessarily not helping you, but if you're not sociable and they don't like you, unless you're the best in the entire world, there's no guarantee you're going to get it anyway. So being social is not a bad idea when it comes to it, to be honest. So yeah, you have to try to be social. And for the first 20 years of your life, you'd make the skills you need, maybe, for the job you want to get. And if you don't get it, then it comes down to being sociable to settle. And that is the first 26 years of your life. In maybe a paragraph. That's how simple it is. I'm not saying it's everybody. Let's take the guy who made Facebook, for example. That's exactly what he expected in his life. You know what happened? He made one program that made him a billionaire, and he didn't have to deal with any of that. He has his own company, and he basically does whatever he wants. He's rich. He's like the young Bill Gates. Besides, when there was a young Bill Gates. Yeah. So then, what do you do then? What am I supposed to say then? Here's what I was saying. This isn't everybody, and it never will be, because there's always the people who get lucky. They either get the dream job, or they don't, or they luck out and become rich young. They don't. But no matter what, it doesn't really matter, because your life is your life, and you're going to live it how it needs to be lived, because there's no stopping. You can kill yourself, but as far as we 100% know, we get this life. Why would you want to end it early? Live it as much as you can, because as far as we know, it's for sure at least, there's nothing really after, unless you believe in faith or whatever. Just totally fine. Then you could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but we don't know. It's based on faith, which is, once again, fine. Believe in it. Do what you need to do. But as far as we know for sure, we're born and we die. For all we know, this could be the only life we have. And ending it early seems like a really bad idea. You wouldn't go, I'm having so much fun in this amusement park, and I've got 4 hours left. Oof, I'm gonna leave now. I mean, why? I mean, you're waiting in a line doesn't mean you're always gonna be waiting in that line. Your life doesn't have to end faster than it should. I mean, if you get killed, that was probably part of what your life was gonna be part of. because karma, or if you don't believe in that happening, just it happened. It wasn't your fault. But I believe it's every person's real duty to make sure their life is as long as they can. Not a duty to anybody else, the duty to themselves. Make sure they live the absolute most out of their life. Because we don't know what comes after, or if anything does come after. And to be honest, we never really will until it's time to know. And killing yourself is not the answer to finding out what happens. Because if nothing does, then you just wasted a life, your life. And you don't get a second chance at that. So I feel like wasting that is a very bad idea. So why would you want to do it? And why does it happen so much? That it's not like that person did what? It's like, oh, they did? It's a sad thing. And the people who might say, well, they do it for attention. If you're thinking about doing that for attention, don't. Guess what? You know what happened to people? They're forgotten because they're dead and people have to move on. You get attention for maybe a week, and then the whole thing dies down, and everyone goes back to their life without you. There's no more getting more attention. There's no getting back at someone by killing yourself because they move on and you don't. You're the same because you're dead. And just doing that to yourself for someone else is a terrible idea. And doing that to yourself for yourself is also a bad idea. You know why? Because your life is yours. No one can take that from you. Unless they can. But it's your duty not to take it from yourself. So don't. You don't, as far as we know, you only get one. And why would you waste something you only get one of? I feel like it's a really good stopping point for this. I'm gonna kill myself. Wow. I'm going to end my player's life on this guy. Jeez, I just made the opposite point I was trying to make. But yeah, like I was saying, it's your job to make sure you don't do that to yourself. So don't. Just live your life. Don't take the quick way out because you don't know what the stop has. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.